Michelle Obama surprised fans on our new podcast by saying her pet peeve about her husband is that he's chronically late. For example, we're still waiting on him to admit he's from Kenya. And as for Barack's pet peeve about Michelle, he's mad that she keeps leaving the toilet seat up. When she cleans it. When she cleans it. Rumors continue to escalate for the Obamas. Hopefully they can settle it like men.
Michelle Obama's image just got steamrolled by Greg Gutfeld, and he didn't bother tapping the brakes. This wasn't some playful poke at the former First Lady. No, Greg brought the whole arsenal: razor-sharp wit, searing irony, and a blowtorch aimed squarely at the media's carefully lacquered portrait of Saint Michelle. What the press polished, Gutfeld pulverized.
Obama's new podcast is off to a slow start, ranked at number 34 on Spotify. In her defense, most people don't like her.
Half of them are probably primetime producers. But still, Michelle's spilling the family secrets, like how Barry gets on her nerves. Listen.
Barack, he had to adjust to what on time was for me.
Because he was on that island time.
Well, but, I've got this husband who's like, when it's time to leave, it's 3 o'clock, he's getting up and going to the bathroom. And I was like, dude, like 3 o'clock departure means you've done all that, It's like, don't start looking for your glasses.
Anyone thinking Michelle was sacred ground clearly forgot who they were dealing with. Gutfeld walked in grinning like a man who brought dynamite to a dollhouse. He wasn't there to tiptoe, he was there to detonate. And the moment he opened his mouth, it was obvious. Michelle wasn't getting spared. She was getting grilled.
Have to use our voices to make these choices clear to the men that we love. Our lives are worth more than their anger and disappointment.
What's that pitter-patter sound I'm hearing in the background? It's the footsteps of Barack running to vote for Trump.
He started by incinerating the myth. The media treats Michelle like some untouchable oracle, as if her every move is carved on stone tablets. Greg laughed at how she glides across networks like a walking kale smoothie. Flavorless, expensive, and somehow worshipped. But Gutfeld. He lit the fairy tale on fire and roasted marshmallows in the ashes.
And if they run Michelle. According to a new poll, Michelle Obama isn't as strong a Democratic candidate against former President Donald Trump as many Dems would have you believe. In a hypothetical matchup, my favorite kind. Trump wins with 47% of the vote compared to Michelle Obama's 44%. I guess some of the kids whose school lunches she ruined are finally old enough.
Then came the brand breakdown. Michelle didn't just shift from First Lady to media mogul, she built an empire. Netflix contracts, designer collabs, speaking fees that make Wall Street blush. And yet, the press still paints her as the underdog. Gutfeld called it what it is: someone cashing in on the system while pretending to fight it. The hypocrisy. Blinding.
No, I don't think she can. I think you said this before, Tyra. She can't run because if she were to lose to Trump, it would be the most humiliating, loss in history.
Well, not just, I don't know if I think I said that and you added that, but we'll take.
You also said that I look great.
Listen, Republicans, she just kicked our ass. She's up 15 points. I noticed this weekend. I'm just going to speak on it. We can't play with a lead. Every time Republicans, we get a lead, we do something.
Next up, the worship. According to the press, Michelle can do no wrong. Trip on a sidewalk. A symbol of resilience. Blow her nose. A powerful act of feminine defiance. Gutfeld mocked it all. He didn't see a leader. He saw a PR hologram floating above a sea of sycophants. He didn't rip the halo off. He stomped it into confetti.
Michelle thinks American men suck.
Let me warn you, your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother, we as women will become collateral damage to your rage. To the women listening.
He tore into the staging. Every speech, every pause, every smile, nothing felt organic. Gutfeld called it Pixar politics, animated, heartwarming, and completely artificial. She speaks in platitudes, drops vague wisdom, and somehow walks offstage to thunderous applause. He quipped, "She says absolutely nothing with overwhelming passion, and the crowd eats it up."
Hey, man. Nothing wrong with that, by the way, Tyrus. The men who are the real danger aren't the criminals or the illegal aliens. It's the guys that don't vote the way you want them to.
The ignorance that she projected as if the men are the only ones angry in the house. So every man who's been in a house where inflation's high, the electric bill's doubled, you're not getting cheers from the wife and kids. They're complaining.
Then he hit the sanctimony. Michelle's wellness crusade. Less let's move, more you're grounded. Gutfeld said it felt like the country was being lectured by a substitute teacher with a green juice addiction. Her documentaries, her books, her curated Instagram-ready moments, it's not inspiration, it's a photo-op temple of self-worship. And the altar, always perfectly lit.
Heather, were you surprised that Michelle Obama is not polling better? Because I assumed she would just explode.
No, I mean, well, I would expect her to do better than Biden. I mean, especially she's of a younger age, I think greater mental capacity. And the way the border is going, I don't think you can get much worse. However, it is surprising that even among independents and as well as Democrats overall,
Gutfeld dismantled the Victim Act next. Michelle's booked solid, headlines follow her like paparazzi, she's raking in millions, but we're supposed to believe she's being silenced. That's not oppression, he scoffed. That's branding. Her podcast, a masterclass in empty depth. And her politics. She jabs hard, then hides behind moral armor like a heavyweight ducking under a halo.
It's not one-sided. It's just the men are the ones trying to solution, and their solution is to vote for President Trump. And here's the thing, their women are backing them up. So take that little message, curl it up in a little box, and give it to Mr. Garrison.
She punches, pivots, vanishes. Gutfeld called it what it is, manipulation on a master level. Her outfits are activism. Her hairstyles are cultural moments. Her family is a campaign poster in motion. Critics don't analyze, they genuflect. One family dinner gets turned into a memoir trilogy. One stroll through a park becomes a courageous journey of resilience. Please.
But you can tell when she campaigns for Kamala, she looks like a bridesmaid giving a toast on her friend's 5th wedding.
Right.
Like she knows this is a bad idea, and no one gives a The only thing she's missing is a Cosmo and the hiccups.
And the kicker. Greg wasn't attacking Michelle the human. He was torching Michelle the brand. The PR machine. The polished performance mistaken for authenticity. When every smile is scripted, even you forget what's real. He called her the ultimate post-political product, part Oprah, part Apple commercial, part TED Talk. And Gutfeld. Still sharpening his knives.
Would you be attracted to a guy who's not financially sound when you meet him?
I married one.
Don't you like?
Then he obliterated the endless praise. Not because it's all false, but because it's all the same. Every appearance is treated like a second coming. She could sell throw pillows, Greg said, and CNN would call it cultural therapy. He wasn't handing out applause. He was swinging a hammer at the stained glass window of media sainthood.
They know that they're having a hard time with men.
Right.
Doesn't seem like this is the right strategy.
No.
She basically says that they're hurting women by voting for Trump.
But I think they don't understand that where it comes from in the first place is that people are sick of being told how bad they are and talked down to, and you know.
And finally, the closer, the inflation of the ordinary. Michelle's activism never risks anything. She doesn't break ground, she decorates it. The press treats her every comeback like a resurrection, but it's all encore with no song. Gutfeld compared it to a concert where the star never leaves the stage, just keeps reappearing until the crowd forgets she hasn't said a new word in years.